Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, ladies and gentlemen. Now for the next three classes of teknik pengangkatan buatan artificial lift, we will discuss about the gas lift, and we work in a class of how to design the gas lift. So I still use Pak Widartono slide on this thing. So let's see one by one about this thing. I will upload this presentation to the Google Classroom. First, just to refreshing that we have a PR from the reservoir here to the well to the bottom hole, PWF, and then with a certain way we produce the liquid to the surface, and then we have a flow line, and then we have a separator, then to the stock tank. So this is the pressure losses from the from the bottom hole, from the PR for reservoir to the stock tank, and you might end up with having a pump, or in the case of gas, end up with having a compressor. That's basically just to refresh. And then what is gas lift actually? The main principle, the main principle is to reduce the density of a fluid from the reservoir in such a way so the pressure from the reservoir is able to lift the fluid, reservoir fluid, to the surface. So basically the reservoir fluid is very heavy. So by injecting a gas and then mixing between the gas and the fluid, it ends up with having the fluid of the reservoir fluid with the mixing with the gas with a lighter density, so it flows to the surface. So in order to do that, injecting a gas is most of the time in annulus, sometime in the tubing, through the windows. This window is called a valve. So the valve is installed on the tubing, and then what is it? Okay, this is what the one and I mentioned to you before. So the PVF, because of this kind of thing, the PVF is become lower. So because it's a lighter fluid, so we end up with having fluid flow to the surface. So the windows is called a valve. So it's installed on the mandrel, which is a seat for the gas lift valve. Okay. Now, first we talk about the gas lift valve first, and then later on we design it. So this is the lifting. This is the gas lift valve. So this is basically the principle of gas lift valve. So in here, it's a tubing. Here is a tubing, and in here is the annulus, in the case that we inject from the annulus to tubing. Okay, and we have what you call it, bellow here, which is here, and we have AP. What is AP? I don't remember. AP, a port. This is the port, a gap. Okay, and then in a certain way, after we inject, and then after that, it closed. So because of the below pressure, which is set on the surface. So basically, farming from here to here to here to here. So in a certain way, if the pressure is the difference is very low, it becomes close, something like that. Before we continue, you should see the file, the movie, the what you call it, this movie that I will place in the Google Classroom, so you see how the gas lift works. So basically is the we inject liquid here first. Okay, inject liquid here, gas here, in order to lift this the liquid of the reservoir liquid fluid. Okay, so we continue with what is the calculation inside the gas lift valve. Okay, so AB, let's see, the AB is a below area, AP is a port area. You know that the below is this one, the one with the half spherical, and the port is this a gap. So we fill the dome with nitrogen. This is called a dome. Fill nitrogen. So before we install in the bottom, we install a nitrogen in the surface in the shop or bankel or artificial flip shop, in order to have it works in the pressure in the bottom. And then P below and PD is the pressure in nitrogen, which is will be filled in the P dome. This P dome. Okay. P injection is injection of annulus. P injection is from here. And P tubing is somewhere around here. So it's tubing. This is goes to tubing. This is from annulus. And you can see that the P below, in order to close the valve, P below multiplied by A below, of course. P below multiplied by A below. And in order to open the valve, you have to have a P injection, which is and a P tubing, and then P in because injection is P below minus P port. Area of below minus area of the port, which is a small difference because of injection. So, and a P tubing from the bottom to and with the area of a port. So in the condition of balance, this pressure is the same as this pressure. So we end up with having this equation. We have a ratio of port and below, area of the port and the below. So we end up with having this equation, and then this is the equation where we have P below should be set at this pressure in order for the tubing to for the gas relief valve is closed. Okay, we work on it, so just bear with me, and we continue with the design gas relief. Okay, before we continue with design gas relief, please watch the movie. The movies actually, not more than one, that I put in the Google Classroom. Thank you.